everyone. Welcome back to Fun Girl Podcast. I'm so excited for this guest that we have on today's episode. So this is Gabby.
Hello.
She is a beauty and content creator. And I'm so excited to have you on the show. Thanks for coming. All right. So, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
You grew up in a small town, right?
Yeah.
So, what was that like, and trying to do this but coming from somewhere that this isn't really a popular thing to do?
Right. Okay, so I grew up playing sports like my whole life. So I never was into makeup or anything like beauty. So I grew up playing travel softball like my whole entire life. So my whole life was sports. On the weekends, I would travel Florida, Colorado.
It's extensive.
So it was crazy. My whole life, I couldn't do anything. And then COVID hit. I was going to school to play softball in college, and I hated my school. Like, that was
I could relate.
Hated it. It was awful. And then, growing up in a small town, obviously, like, I lived in Delaware, so it's so tiny. But you literally know everyone, and everyone knows you.
Yep.
I don't know. I love it, though. Like, I think it's a great place because I'm comfortable there. But I don't know. I would love to move somewhere, like,
bigger.
Yeah, bigger.
Yeah, more opportunity.
Yeah. There's no opportunity here. It's the same stuff. But then you go on vacation and you're like, why am I here?
I know. Yeah.
Like, what's holding me back?
I completely understand. That's how I feel anytime I step out, because it's like some people may know I'm from Maryland too, and we're like sister states kind of. It's pretty much the same deal. It's very small, especially depending on the area that you're from. And so it's some things that make it hard when you want to be who you are, but like you said, you can't because there's nothing
judgment,
allowing you.
There's nothing allowing you to do that.
Yeah.
What is there to do?
Right.
There's nothing.
No, seriously.
And no one knows. No one knew social media was going to be as big as it is. No one knew that.
Right. You have no clue you're going to get into that. No. But once you do feel like you want to start it, it's kind of like, all these
you're getting your feet wet, and then you're like, maybe I want to do this. Yeah. And it's getting attention, which is like the coolest part. So you're like, why not?
It's like a blessing and a curse.
It is.
Mostly a blessing, I feel. Yeah. Because either way, like I've said before, it's like whether you're hate looking or liking because you're actually admiring me. You're still giving me views and money.
You're still giving me views. That's the best thing. It's like regardless if you're sending my post in, it's getting sends, it's getting views, it's getting comments. Yeah. That's like the best thing you can do. Even if it's a hate comment.
Exactly. And I love that you have that mindset about it, because it can be hard.
It can be hard. Like, it can be a lot. Especially like because I'm in beauty, so all of it's about your looks. And like, if you get this and people, your lips are ugly, you have too much filler, you're migrating, she's plastic, she's this, her eyebrows, and it's like, okay,
it's crazy.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
So no, I completely understand. So like small town life thing, do you have any like quirky or funny stories about things since you've started your journey, or like even before?
Honestly, I wish I did have more stories. I think the funniest thing would be, I hated makeup, hated it. I would never.
It's like the irony.
It's crazy, because if you knew me growing up, I would never wear it. Like, I'd be like, no, I'm not wearing it. I'd be like, I don't need it. I don't want it. Yeah. And now this is like my full-time job, and it's crazy. Like, I'm getting sent makeup upon makeup. Like, my whole dining room is filled with packages.
Oh, I love that.
Like, it's crazy, but and people are like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. You would never wear makeup. Like, I was always like, no, I don't even know how to braid. I never got my nails done. I was always into sports. Yeah. So I never was like, no, I'm good. I don't want it.
It's like tomboy turned to girly girl.
Oh my gosh, crazy. Tomboy. Now I'm like, that's all I am. Yeah. Makeup. My parents are like, or my dad's like, why do you have so much makeup on? I'm like, it's my job. Like, this is what I do. I have to. Like, this is what
Dad, you don't get it.
Yeah. Like, I have to. It's my job.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take it right off, but I'm like, I have to post, you know?
Right.
So.
I know. Trust me. So what did inspire you to get into beauty if you were so anti-makeup before?
So my sister is older than me. She always wore makeup. So she would like do my makeup for homecomings and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like every once in a while I'd put on mascara or like something like that. And then one day, it was when I was home from school, because we had new school and we had COVID. So I was just home, and I just at the time I had a following on TikTok, but there was no specific niche. I was posting like anything. Like I scrolled down to the bottom of my TikTok and I was like appalled of what I posted anything.
I know.
Like literally anything. I would just post anything.
And then it's like jump scare because I remember when I got TikTok for the first time, I realized TikTok was Musical.ly. So you see all your old Musical.ly posts.
See, but I didn't even have Musical.ly. I think I had it, but I never went on it. That's what I'm like, I was so against TikTok. I hated TikTok. I was like, ew, you have TikTok? Like, I'm not downloading it. Then my first post had like, I don't know, like 4,000 views. And at the time I didn't know like what that meant. And then I just kept posting and
it just came to be.
I just kept getting like followers. I was like, okay, this is cool, whatever. And I think I would post like a video about like some app. I would get like $50. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like I'm getting paid $50, but I'm like, that's so cool. At that time I didn't know. And then I just started posting makeup. Just, like, maybe let me film my makeup, because I wanted to get into a specific niche. Like I wanted to start, everyone was like, you need something that you're consistent at. So I was like, let me just do that. And then people started watching, and here I am.
I know. It's so crazy because I was the same way. Like TikTok first came out, I'm like, that's so cringe. Like
so
the dancing videos and like,
I was like, ew, we have TikTok?
Right.
Like, what? No.
And now, like, don't get me wrong. When it was Musical.ly, like I used to love it, and like you said, I don't know, it was just a whole thing. Like for us, I think the Musical.ly people and the YouTubers were like the OG content creators.
That was also so long ago, though. When was Musical.ly? Like
Musical.ly was like 2016.
We were like what, 6th grade or something?
Something like that, like middle school age.
Yeah,
I know.
That's crazy.
So it's like here we are now. I'm 22. Crazy to think about how this whole thing has evolved.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah,
really.
It really has.
Musical.ly, and now it's TikTok. Remember Vine?
Oh yeah.
Vine.
I don't.
My favorite.
I feel like I don't think I ever posted anything on Vine.
I would pay big money to look at my Vine. Like I would die to look at my Vines.
Oh, I know. It makes you wonder, like, why did we ever get rid of that?
Oh my god, I loved it.
Vine could have been so big if they just like developed it more.
The 6-second videos.
I know. Oh Vine was OG TikTok, everybody.
OG.
If you don't know.
If you know, you know.
Now you know. So you kind of like touched on this a little bit already, but like coming from a place where, like you said, everyone knows everyone. And you know, you have some judgment or just like some interest. What is it like trying to navigate like your confidence doing what you're doing, but also like having people like that in real life?
I think no one says anything to your face, which is the biggest thing. And if people talk, they don't say it to you. So if you want to do that, like that's on you. Like that just shows like your, like how you are as a person. I would never, like I always encourage all of my friends, I encourage everyone, post. What's the harm in posting? Post on Instagram, post a selfie. Like who cares? You know, who cares? Like, really. What's the harm in that? There's nothing. If you're feeling confident, post it. You want to post a TikTok, do it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Someone talk shit about. Can I cuss on?
No, yeah, you can.
Someone talk shit about you or sends like your TikToking. Like, who cares? They're weird. Like that's weirdo energy.
I know. And I feel like it's always the usual suspects who do it.
No, it is, and it's always people that don't follow you, and then they're in your stories, and it's like, what? Hi. Like,
it's so weird because, you know, it's the people that actually know you personally that do the most judging.
Or they're so nice to you, and then it's like weird. You're like, okay. But I think I've came to a point, like in the beginning stages, I would have been like, oh my gosh, like they're talking shit about me. Like I can't do this anymore. But now I've got like, even just getting PR, like that's still crazy to me. Where I'm like, wow, like
me doing this has got me on this brand's radar, you know?
Exactly. And it's like, I've been to so many events and like just met so many incredible people, and I wouldn't be doing that if I let someone say something and I stopped. Why? You know, for what?
That is so real.
Like, I wouldn't be doing half the stuff I'm doing, or going out to lunch with Milani. Like, like, or it's just, I just wouldn't even.
You wouldn't be able to get in some of these rooms if you let the minds of like small people doing small things.
And that's why, like, when I get a hate comment now, it doesn't even bother me, because I get more good than bad, and I'm just like, I don't care. Like, it's like user 1234. Like,
exactly.
I don't know, like something so stupid. You don't even have a profile, and it's like, you're for what? Like,
get a you can't even like blend in, because who are you? I mean, I don't know who you are.
I don't even know who you are. I don't have a face to look at. Yeah. Or if I do, it's like a grown woman with like kids. I'm like, that's so sad.
Why are you concerned about me?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, like why are you so like? And people get mean and mad. Like,
yeah, they really do.
You're on my page.
They get so triggered. It's insane.
They get so triggered. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Stay mad.
I know. Seriously.
Watch that video again, please.
Right? Yeah. And share it too while you're at it.
Leave a comment, leave a like, share it.
Exactly. Please. Yes.
Like, oh my God.
Oh, no, I remember when I was in high school, and so like this is when I just started doing like my acting and modeling stuff. And I always used to say that I want to do it, and not in an obnoxious way. Like, a lot of people, it was either you didn't think that was me because I used to be more shy, or you knew, but maybe like you didn't think it was actually gonna happen or whatever. So I started that, and then like you come to school, or like you see people around, and they're like, oh wow, so Jasmine, wait, do you blah blah blah?
It's just the side comments, like the little side comments. It's like a dig. It's like, okay, was that a dig?
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to do?
I know.
Like, okay, so I am acting and I am modeling.
Right. I feel like it starts with like, you know, the people that you know, and then you guys build our character. Yeah. We learn how to take the criticism and the hate from you. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like, we're human. Maybe occasionally something might still bother you, but it's like, for the most part, I can just shake that off.
And it's like we're 22. Like we're what are we, like 4 years out of high school?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about them people.
Right.
Like, who are you?
Exactly.
Like, I haven't seen or talked to you in how long? Like, what do you, like, I don't even, you know?
And, you know, like, I'm still figuring out how to just, you know.
Me too. I don't know what I'm doing.
Exactly. I'm still trying to figure out everything.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm like, I
like not to put on lashes. Like, I
know, right?
Like, I literally don't know what I'm doing. But that's the kind of like, that's the beauty in it. Like,
I mean, that is real life. Yeah. That's the part about it. I think everyone has this like misconception that it's just all fake or I don't know. Yeah. But no, like I'm a real person just doing something that I really like to do. Exactly. So it's nothing weird with that.
There's nothing weird with that at all.
You know?
You're experimenting.
So basically, you know, from where things started in your journey, you said you just started posting things and then it just went, and then you went into beauty. Yeah. So like, how do you feel like your content has evolved, and like was the growth, like, I think you said it was pretty instant for you, but how has it just evolved since then?
Well, I definitely, like, finding a niche, like, helped me a lot, because I was trying, like, should I do fashion? Should I do hair? Because I have curly hair. I'm like, a lot of people can relate. Should I do makeup? And then I just posted a makeup video, and it blew up, and I was like, wow, that's crazy that people want to watch me do my makeup. Yeah. I think, I don't know, it's involved a lot, because I take it more serious now that I do have a following and I have a management, and like, people, I don't know, I rely on myself because this is my income. Like, if I don't post, then I'm not getting paid. My management's not getting, you know, like, there's a lot of factors into it. So I think, I don't know, and I love it. Like, it's so, I love posting. Like, honestly, until recently too. Like, I really grown to really like it. Like, within probably the past, like, couple months. Like, I used to not dread posting, but I'd be like I wouldn't post for a couple days, but now I'm like, I need to post 3 times a day. Like, I need to wake up, set time out of my schedule. Like, I can't do this.
Like a real job.
Yeah, like a real job. And I forget that this is my real, like, people forget that this is my job. Like, people always like, oh, what do you do? What do you do? Well, I do this.
Yeah.
This is my job. Like, this is my job. So it's like, oh, what is Gabby doing? What is she doing? Like, I'm filming. I'm doing makeup videos. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to post on YouTube, you know? Like, to get a brand deal. Like, I'm trying.
I am working.
Yeah, like, I am working. This is my job. And it's not a conventional job.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. But people are so nosy, too. They're like, oh, my gosh, you get paid to do that? Like, oh, my gosh. And, like...
You know what it is? Like, a lot of the time, people really want to be put on.
They're so nosy.
Right?
And the audacity. I'm like, why are you... You wouldn't ask someone working a regular job what they make. Yeah. Like, you're asking me, like, it's crazy. Like...
The nosiness is, like, low-key. You're trying to undermine me, what I'm doing.
Exactly.
You know?
And I get the curiosity. Like, I get it. Because I would be curious, too, if, like, my best friend or someone I didn't know was doing that I grew up with or something like that. Yeah. But it's like, why are you like asking my friends like, oh, like how much do you make? You're weird. That's so weird. Like, I know. Just don't worry about it. Like,
and that's so weird. So like people ask your friends about you.
Yes. That's be like, insane. Oh my gosh, how's Gabby? Like she how like she does TikTok? Like, oh, is that she does?
Oh my god.
She make good money? Like,
yeah.
Like, what?
That's the part for me. Like, if you're going to ask those questions, I mean, I don't even really want you to at all. But if you're going to, then ask me directly.
Yeah. Or just, like, keep it to it to yourself. Like, why? Like,
right.
Yeah.
That's, so like, the first thing. Don't even. And
don't even.
Like you said, it's the audacity.
It's the audacity.
People really are just, like,
I don't
not
know. They're
uncomfortable.
Just not, like, they don't get it. Like, I don't know. Like, just not ask that. Like, just don't ask that.
That is just so weird for me.
I'm like, okay, next.
God, I swear.
Like,
so, you know, like, with things like that, too, like, how do you stay true to yourself with, like, we already talked about kind of your confidence with, like, judgment and stuff, but, you know, growing and still being like a young woman too. How do you stay true to yourself trying to do something like this and then being successful with it?
Well, this is such a good question, and it's like there's such a long answer to this question.
No, go for it.
Because I don't look at myself like an influencer, because I'm not. Like, I just post makeup. I just post videos. And I think for me, I know that, and I know where I came from and like who I am, like, so that's always grounded me, you know. Like, I've never looked at myself like, oh, I have, like, I went on a brand trip, like, I'm cooler than you. Like, I've never, that's not who I am. So it's, I don't know, and I'm just, I don't know, I like talking to people, and I like connecting with people on like a deep level, not surface. And I think in this industry, I think it's hard to find genuine people, because this is it's a big industry. It's beauty. It's a lot of people are, you know, fake, and it's hard. Like, even on the trip, like the Rare Beauty brand trip, like, there was just a lot of surface level conversations. Like, I met a girl, one of my best friends, Allie. She does social media too, and I was so glad I had her, because the whole time we just became such great friends, because we really cared about each other, and we're both new to this. Like, a lot of those girls, this is their life.
They've
like, this
been
is
at
all
it for a while.
Yeah, they've been at it for a while. This is nothing new to them. Like, that was my first experience. I mean, I was like shook. Like, I just remember there was cameras, like tripods, like set up everywhere. People were walking around, like, and I'm just like,
oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I just want to take everything in, because like, I don't belong here, but I'm here, and
I'm just in awe now.
I'm in awe, and I was like, I don't even want to take, like, I was trying to take videos, but at the same time, I was like, I just need to, like, take this all in, because I'm not going to get, like, when am I going to get this opportunity again? This is insane.
Like, trying to live in the moment, but also keep up with others.
Exactly. And I was like, I need to get content, but at the same time, I'm like, I need to live in the moment, because it's crazy. But a lot of those girls, like, been there, done that, not new to them. Like, a lot, you know. So it's different for them, different for me, because I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But I think that's what helps me stay grounded, because I know, like, I don't look at myself like I have a follow. Like, I don't look at, like, I don't.
Yeah, you don't feel.
I don't.
I'll say it for you. You don't feel like, oh, I'm this big important celebrity and everyone's beneath me.
Yeah, absolutely not. Like, that's the last thing, you know? Like, yeah.
And no, and I can relate to you on that so much, just because, you know, when I go to like castings or other stuff like that, and sometimes you just feel intimidated.
Yeah,
there are people that obviously have more experience than you do, or just seem like they've got it put together more, and you know, trying to be confident, but also like trying to make friends with people in your industry.
Right. It's hard.
It's hard. It's scary.
It is. I think I was the second youngest person there.
Really?
Yeah. Katie Fang was there. She was like, at the time, I think she was 17. And I was 21 at that time. So a lot of those girls are a lot older than me. And they were all like, oh my gosh, you are so mature. Like, I wouldn't even know you're 21. And I'm like, I feel like I give off that vibe. Yeah. But a lot of those girls had that, like, so much experience. And I'm just like, you know, I'm in awe because they have millions of followers, and that's also amazing. Yeah, and cool. Like, oh, I'm in the same room as you. Right, we're doing the same thing. Like, it's cool. You know. So.
No, that I appreciate your response so much because it's so real. Yeah. It really is, and people don't understand that side of it. Yeah. Like, we all have to start from somewhere. Exactly, but not losing yourself and trying to keep up with the Joneses is really important. Yeah. And I love that you made a friendship from that experience. Oh my gosh, yeah. You know, it's like it just gets so scary in general. I feel like trying to make girlfriends, it's just hard, so scary
because you don't know how people really are gonna react, and you don't know how they really are. So it's like her TikTok came up like the night before the trip. It was like 9:00. It was like, pack with me for Rare Beauty. So I DM'd her on Instagram and I was like, hey, I'm going on the trip too. Like, I don't know anyone going. Like, can I get your number or whatever? And she was like, oh my gosh, yes, of course. And then we met that day, and our huts, because we stayed in like our own little house. Okay. They were there was like, I don't know, there's a lot of girls on that trip. There was probably like, I don't know, 90 huts or something like that. Wow. We were right in front of each other. Like,
so that worked out so well.
Oh my god, it was perfect, but it wasn't planned. Like, they didn't know.
It was right like fate.
Yeah, it was fate. So we were like, oh my gosh, this was perfect. And then, and then we've just been like good friends. I went to see her in Boston like a couple months ago. So yeah, but it's good. Like, that friendship means so much to me. So I'm like, if I didn't have her, even now, like,
it would have been a different
it wouldn't be the same. Like, I don't know, like, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you know, I feel like the same way you just described that with her, it's how I felt like when I was reaching out to you to do this. Yeah. It's like, okay, this is either gonna go or it's not. Like, it's not. The person could be nice. Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna take a chance. Yeah. But it helps so much when people are just decent. Oh, 100%. Because I mean, why do we have to be mean to each other? And don't get me wrong, you are not like obligated to be friends with everyone. Right. But I feel like we're kind of like very similar on like that maturity thing. Like, people have told me the same thing too. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's maybe why I just kind of like phase out of certain friendships or whatever. Exactly. Because it's just not everyone is like that.
No, and you grow up so much like over the years too. Like, I'm not the same person I was in high school, which I'm so glad I've grown up and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's just crazy. I don't know. I'm like glad it all worked out like that. But yeah, people just aren't just nice. Like, they're just not nice. I know. Like, just be nice. Yeah. Like, is that hard? Like,
it's just so weird because when you are who you are, it's kind of like weird to try and grasp the fact that people don't act like you.
And the hardest thing is, I expect everyone to be like me and be as nice and friendly and open and like, you know, want to have a conversation. And then when people aren't, it's like, okay. Like,
I know.
You can only do so much. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to beg for a friendship. Right. Like, if you don't want to talk, whatever. But it's just like, it is what it is. Like, and that's why it's hard in the beauty TikTok world, because not everyone is like you or me, you know? So it's like, it is what it is.
I know. Yeah. And hey, we'll just keep it pushing. So you kind of like mentioned you're signed to an agency, and obviously we just talked about like one of your amazing opportunities that you've had. Yeah. How did you get signed? Like, how did that work out for you?
Yeah. So when I was posting on TikTok and stuff like that, like when I first started posting beauty, a lot of those videos did really well, and I had like multiple brands reach out to me, or brand agencies reach out to me, like management teams, and so I would have calls with them, and they would kind of explain, you know, how they would help me, and what people are on their team, like what other influencers are on their team and stuff like that. And I was signed to a management team for like, I don't know, maybe a little less than a year. Didn't really love it. I just felt like I was pushed under a little bit. Like a lot of the bigger creators, like they obviously
gave them priority.
More, exactly. Yeah. So I was like, okay, don't really love it. So luckily, my manager now reached out through DM and was like, hey, are you signed to my management? And I was like, I am, but
I'm interested in switching.
I'm like, don't love it. She was like, perfect, let's hop on a call. So I hopped on a call with her. So nice. Like, she lives in Lancaster, so pretty close. So yeah, and like that. My team is the Social Society. They're from California. Okay. So there's like managers from like all over. So like, what are the chances of her being from Lancaster? Is crazy. Yeah. And so I've been with them. I signed with them last August, so like a little over a year, and I love it. Yeah. But with the whole Rare Beauty thing, they just DM'd me on Instagram.
Rare Beauty did.
Yeah. Rare Beauty just DM'd me on Instagram, so casual, like, hey, would love if you could attend this brand trip, and I'm like, huh? Like, yes. Yeah. What? I'm like, wait, do you have the wrong, like, Gabby? Like, what is going on?
Is this a spam account?
Yeah, they just, exactly. I was like, what? So they just reached out through DM. Yeah. Like, it wasn't through my management or anything. They just DM'd me so casual, and I'm like, huh? Yeah, obviously. So they set up, like, they set up, like, a train and everything. I didn't take a train. My parents took me up, but
love
just crazy. Yeah, like, it was just so, like, oh, hey, we'd love to have you. I'm like, okay.
You know what's funny is that, like, the people behind the accounts are just 20-something girls like us.
I met them on the trip. They're so nice, and I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, yeah.
So, like, with, you know, what I do for school and everything, it's like some classes I've had, like, I just finished a marketing class and stuff. Right. And I'm like, wow, it's crazy because that's really what it is. Yeah. It's just like people like you and me that run this, but you look at the account and like you see professional. Exactly. Yeah. You see it for what it is, but like that's how it worked out. I'm so like,
I know people ask me all the time. People are like, oh my gosh, how did that happen? Like, they literally just DM'd me on Instagram. Like, as simple as that. I'm like,
I don't have any tricks.
I shit my pants. I'm like, what? Like, what the heck? Yeah. Like, is this real? Like, I didn't know what to expect. Yeah. Then they sent me like a list of meals to pick from, like what I wanted. I'm like,
this is like, what is happening?
I'm telling you, I thought I was like royalty. Like, the way that they treated you there, it was crazy. Like, even calling room service, like, I have a video of me calling room service, and I'm like, hi. They're like, hi, Gabby, or something like that. It's just,
they know.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Like, I got a massage.
They got it all put together.
Oh my gosh, crazy.
That is insane. Yeah. I'm not even sure that I have anything even close to being that, like, high scale, but it's so weird when, like, people reach out to you for stuff. Yeah. I had this girl once. I did a short film for her, and when I finished it, like, I felt good about the film. Right. But I was like, okay, that'll probably be like a one-off or whatever. Right. But she, like, texted me, like, 6 months later, and it's like, I'm doing my new film, and, like, would you be this character? I really want you to be it. Aww. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, yes, of course. Yeah. And so part of the filming was in Philly, and part of it was in New Jersey, and so she was like, we're going to set you up with a place to stay, and, you know, all this stuff, give you guests, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. And that was, like, my first time ever really having that kind of happen to me, too. Yeah. And it almost feels weird, because
it does.
I try to be, like, so polite and, like, so low maintenance. Yeah. So I'm like, no, it's totally, I don't need, and they're like,
don't give me gas.
Yes, you're taking it, thank you. Yeah. And so it's just insane. You kind of see what your work gets you. Yeah. But it's weird because it's like
Yeah.
we're just like still normal girls.
I know.
So
like, it's weird. It's crazy.
yeah,
That's awesome though. Like that's so cool.
oh, I know. And so that's where I'm like, I know it'll be the same for you for sure. I can't wait to see what else happens. Cause like, don't get me wrong, even though like, you know, you're polite and you don't like to make people go out of their way, it's still nice to be treated.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I can't wait for
Can't
another
say no to that.
Right? Yes.
Can't say no to that.
So like, do you have any advice for like balancing working with an agency, or like how does that work? Do they tell you, hey, we need you to do this for this brand, or do you just kind of like have creative control?
So a brand will reach out through email to them if they want to work with me. They'll send over a brief, which then I look over, and it's basically just a brief that, like, just they say the deliverables. So it's like if it's like one TikTok and like an Instagram story or something like that. They send over the product, I wear it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then make a video with what they want in, like, there's like a list of stuff like they want. And then I film it, and then I send it to my management. They send it to the brand, then it gets approved, and then they'll be like posting date, and then I'll post it. Yeah,
that's so awesome.
Yeah. So luckily, like, I don't work directly with the brands. I used to when I didn't have a management, which is like so stressful. Yeah. But yeah, they do it all for me, so I love it.
That's the beauty of like having a management team, because it does get really stressful.
So stressful, and I don't know how to negotiate and what I'm worth. Like, I don't know any of that.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that's so like confusing to me. So I'm like, I don't know. Handle it.
Yeah. No,
like, do it.
We really appreciate the team behind getting things done.
And like, I love my manager. She's the best. Like, we're like good. Like, we talk a lot. Yeah. So yeah.
No, it helps when you have a good relationship, because then you know they're actually looking out for you. Yeah. And it feels safe.
Because even though it's business, like it's business at the end of the day, but it's like nice to know that you're working with a team that like they care and they like you as a person and they like your content. Yeah. And they're also like kind of your mentor in a way, because they're like, oh, you should post this, or this video is doing really well. Like, good job. Like, to hear that is really nice. You know, like, you're killing it. Like, keep it up. Like, that's nice to hear.
You know, because it's crazy. Like, even though they work for you, kind of. Yeah. It's almost like they feel like your bosses.
Yeah. No, they are. Because sometimes you're like, you need this content in now. Like, you need to redo this. I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
I know. Yeah. And it can be a lot too. Yeah. It's like if I get an email or something, or like a message through like my talent portal or whatever, I'm like, wait, when am I gonna have time to do that? I need to fix this, or I need to whatever.
Or like a lot of content is like turnaround. Like, it's really fast content. So it's like I could get my product and like I need to submit the content in like ASAP. So it's like that's kind of stressful too, because it's like you have to get it done and it has to be good and you have to like it, you know. Yeah. So it's like it gets a little
hectic.
Yeah, it does. A little hectic. I mean, yeah.
It's like part of the job.
It's a part of the job. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's what I'm getting paid to do. But it's like,
still,
still like,
you can still get overwhelmed with things you enjoy too.
And I've said no to a couple brand deals too, because sometimes they want you to say things that
you don't
not true. You know, and I'm like, I'm not saying that. And I'm authentic on my channel, and like, I don't. So I've said no to a couple things. You know, so yeah.
Can you like say anything? Like,
it was like a hair brand, and they were like, we want you to say that it made your hair, like, it grew, and like stuff like that. Like,
they wanted to pretend like their product made your hair as long as it is.
Or like like, can you tell, like, you need to do this and like say it was like it's the best something so stupid. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not. And I'm like, I will send your products back to you. Like, I'm not doing that. And it was like such a fast turnaround. Like, they wouldn't even let me try the product out. Like, it was like, I got the product and they were like, we need it submitted like in 2 days. I'm like, that's just not true. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm sorry.
But I really admire you for like putting your foot down to certain things and not just taking it just because it's being offered to you.
Yeah, I was like, no, sorry. Because it's like sucks because you want to have a good relationship with the brands, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to get taken advantage of either.
Yeah.
It's like, it's something's not true. I'm not going to say it's true, you know? It's
Yeah.
stupid. Like, why would I be like, oh, this hair product made my hair grow 5 inches? Like, no, it didn't. Like, I'm lying.
You're like, hire an actor to do that, not me.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's so, it wouldn't even come off authentic. Like, it wouldn't even be real.
Yeah.
Like, it would just be weird video. Like, sitting here
And
with the product.
sometimes you can tell when they're faking it.
A lot of times you can tell. And I feel like it's hard to make things authentic. Like some products I'm like, oh my gosh, I love, and I'm like so grateful that I got the opportunity. Like I just did a video for L'Oreal for mascara. And I love their mascara.
I've been seeing that, yeah.
Like their telescopics, love it. But people in the comments be like, oh, she added strips on the end or something like that. I'm like, no, I didn't.
You need me to zoom in on my eyelashes?
Yeah, like, oh, do it in real time. Like, okay. Like, okay, I will.
I thought that's what I was doing in this video.
So I'm like, what do you want from me? Or like, oh, her lashes, like, she definitely added like a cluster in at the end.
And you know, it's so annoying. It's like annoying yet flattering because
that's why I said I comment. I'm like, I'm so flattered that you think that. Like, oh my gosh, like, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, love it.
Homegrown, sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, like, oh, they're definitely fake. Like, ugh.
And you know,
like, I'm just sure mascara, just go buy it.
Right.
Try it for yourself.
Take this as the reason for you to go buy it.
And go buy it.
Yeah. I mean, because that's just the truth of it.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure this is like, you know, part of why people just hate on you for no reason.
Yeah.
You're just like such a gorgeous individual.
Thank you.
Like, so when you've got it all going on, people are gonna try to nitpick because it makes them feel better.
People do. They nitpick. They nitpick everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like, see her peach fuzz like on her upper lip. Like, all right. I haven't had my monthly shave yet.
Yeah. So I'm like, why are you? Anyway, you probably have more than I do, but whatever.
Like, I can't see your face, so don't comment on my video if I can't see what you look like.
Oh, and you definitely wouldn't say that to my face.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Gosh. So. We have to talk about this because we talked about the Rare Beauty brand trip. Yeah. But we have not talked about meeting Miss Selena Gomez herself.
Oh my gosh.
Please give us everything. I'm so excited.
Okay, well, first of all, I wish I could remember what I said to her because I blacked out. Like, when I tell you, what is it, like, you're shell-shocked or something? Like, what is that? Like, I was, like, I completely blacked out. Yeah. Like, everyone's like, what did you say to her? What did you say to her? I'm like, I don't know. I really don't. Like, I think I was like, I think I said, because everyone had like those like the lights in her face. Like, everyone had the camera up to her face. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry. Like, must be like, it's a lot. Yeah, it's overwhelming. Like, even for her, like, just a bunch of people in a room going up to you just to take a picture and like with the light like in her face, like that's a lot. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry like that you have to do this. She's like, oh my gosh, I have a rare tattoo and I wanted to show her that and I didn't even show her that. Like, I don't know, we were in a room, she came in, she talked about her new launch. She's so sweet. Like, literally, she was like, I'm so nervous to talk to you guys. Like, she was so nice. Aww. And she's so pretty. Like, the prettiest human ever. I was in awe of her beauty. Like, she's gorgeous. Like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. But I'm just like, it's crazy because I've grown up watching her. Like, how do you even, like, meet someone that you've grown up, like, loving? Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
It is insane.
It was insane. And then we all got in line and we could all take a picture with her. There were like no TikToks, like, because I guess just to keep it going. Yeah. But some people did make TikToks with her, so I was like, oh, I wish I could have done that. Yeah.
I followed the rules because I didn't want to.
Yeah, like I didn't know. You know, they were like no TikToks, just pictures. So I was like, okay. Yeah. I didn't even, like, I was freaking out. I'm like, I don't know what to wear. Like, how do you prepare for that?
I would be in a whole frenzy. Oh my gosh. Like, I get overwhelmed trying to pick an outfit.
Oh yeah, same.
To go out.
Tear my closet up for like one night out. And let alone, I packed this whole bag because it was like an overnight trip. Yeah. I didn't even wear, like, I wore like maybe one outfit. Like, I didn't even know what to wear.
I know.
Like, and like, a lot of it was like, after meeting her, we took a bus to like this place called Wildflower Farms, which is like in New York. So it was like a 2-hour drive, like deeper in New York. Okay. And it was so beautiful. Like, this place was crazy. And so we all got like a sweat outfit. They gave us like a sweat outfit. So we wore that there, and then we had like 20 minutes to get from our rooms to dinner. So a lot of people, some people changed, but most of us just wore our track set.
Yeah.
So, like, that's all I wore to dinner. And then the next day I woke up, I had yoga, and then I had massage, and then we had a send-off lunch, and then we were back on the bus again.
Yeah.
So it was, like, really quick, so we didn't really have time to, like, get dressed up and stuff like that.
Right.
But some people did. Like, some people skipped, like, the yoga.
Activities.
Yeah, just to, like, get really done up and stuff like that. Looking back, I probably wish I would have dressed up a little bit or something like that, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
I know.
I wanted to do everything. Like, we did them as it was like a mindful meditation or something.
Okay.
It was amazing. And then I got a massage. It was my first massage.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
Oh.
We, like, got rubbed with the new, like, launch. Like, the
right. That, like, body
like
lotion,
the
and stuff.
the mist.
Yeah.
It was so nice, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the food was, like, unreal.
I bet it is.
But meeting her was crazy. Like, I'll look back at my pictures and I'm like...
That happened?
Yeah. And I can't believe, like, in December it'll be a year, and I'm like, that's crazy.
I know.
Like, that's a year, like, almost a year.
Can we do this again,
I know.
please?
Like, can I, like, time, like, travel back?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like, I don't know, I would do things differently. Like, I wish I was, I don't know.
Yeah.
In the moment, like, I was, like, shook. Like, I'm like, oh my God. Like, she's perfect. I love her. Like, don't know how to react.
Yeah.
Like, how do you react?
I know.
You know?
I know. I feel like my approach to, like, meeting some of the celebrities I've met is just, like, I'm gonna be calm.
Yeah.
I don't want to
That's
come
what I wish I would. I thought I was going to be calm, and then meeting there, I'm like, what? Like, you want to make sure everything's perfect, and then you overthink, and then you're like, I fucked that up. Like, I can't get it back.
I know.
Like, it's done.
I know. But it'll be a funny story later.
Yeah.
Like, I think I remember seeing this interview with her. She was the same way about, like, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
And then they became friends a couple years later.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just, like, it's just a part of it.
I hope she does a lot of events in New York, so hopefully, like, I can meet her again.
Yeah. No, I'm sure
like,
you
get
will.
a redemption, like, meeting. Like, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't.
I'm sure you will. And I've, like, especially since they reached out to you, I feel like they probably would reach out to you again about something that's, like, relatively you're able to do.
Yeah.
It's just, like, so funny because you get these opportunities to meet people.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait, what happened? Where was I? Like, you know, but it's, like, an amazing thing at the same time. Yeah. I'm sure it's like, maybe I could have done this or maybe I could have done that. But at the end of the day, I was still there.
Exactly.
And I just know you probably had everyone blowing your phone up when that happened.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone...
People I don't even talk to. Like, just people I haven't talked to in years. And, like, oh my gosh, like, what? Like, all my comments on my Instagram were, like, flooded. I'm like, I know. Crazy. So it's like, then it's like you don't want to post, like, you're, like, bragging, but at the same time, it's like, I'm meeting frickin' Selena Gomez. Like, obviously, I'm going to post this everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, everything.
I don't know how else this is going to come off, really.
Yeah.
So I completely love that for you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're probably going to get invited to other people's
I
events,
hope. I'm hoping. We'll see.
Do you have anyone else that you, like, wish you could get invited to their events?
I would love to I would love to meet Rihanna.
Yes.
I would die. Another person I would be, like, shocked. Like, I would love to meet her. I don't know.
Hers seems so fun.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And, like, it seems like you get so much time with her.
Oh, yeah,
too.
I know. And she seems, like, so sweet. I would love to meet, Patrick Ta.
He seems so nice.
Cute. I love him. I would love to meet him. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I would.
You're like, anyone that reaches out to me, I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm like, anyone.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, looking ahead, do you have any, like, ideas of what, you know, you might want to do in the future, beauty-wise, or anything else?
I started on YouTube a little bit, so I want to get more, like, I want to post more on YouTube. Like, that's why I bought my camera. I want to, like, vlog a little bit more and stuff like that. Because I feel like on TikTok, I only post my makeup. Yeah. So people don't really know who I am, like, as a person, which I feel like I have a lot to offer. Yeah. So I would love to get more personal, like, and kind of expand, like, a little far than just beauty. Like, I would love to do, like, more lifestyle and, like, vlogging and stuff like that. But, like, people will come up to me, like, and be like, oh my gosh, I love you. I follow you on TikTok.
Like, in person.
Yeah, like, at the beach or, like, just random, like, places. Like,
That's
I was
crazy.
in Florida, and, like, some girls came up to me, like, me and my family eating dinner. I was like, I, like, watch your TikToks. Like,
that's so awesome.
It's, like, so crazy. But they're like, people will be like, I love you. And I'm like, do you love me? Like, what is there to love? Like, you know, like, because I just post my makeup. Like, no one really knows me as a person. So I would love to, like, get more into that. I would love to do, like, a photo shoot for, like, a makeup campaign. Yeah. Like, that's, like, my lifelong goal. I would love to do that, like, on a billboard or something in New York. Like, I would die.
Like, end game. Yeah. Bucket list done.
Yeah, that would be a bucket list thing for me. I've been, like, really trying to do something like that. So I'm like, brands, please reach out. Like, I would love to do, like, a mascara campaign or something like that. So maybe something like that, or I would love to get into, like, I don't know, some sort of modeling too. Like, I would like to do that. Yeah. But I feel like if the opportunity was, like, given to me, I would take it. But I feel like I'm not gonna go, like,
trying to pursue it.
Yeah. I think if someone was like, oh, I think you'd be good at that. Because I'm just so sure. Like, we're sure. Like, it's so hard. I'm like, I don't know if I would be, like, a good fit. But if I was, like, approached or something, or someone messaged me, I would give it a shot. But otherwise, I'll probably just let that, do its own thing. I don't know.
We'll talk. We'll talk. No, but definitely, like, I know a lot of people, like, influencer-wise, have started their own beauty brands,
I would love to do that, too. Yeah, that would be really cool. I just feel like it's just so hard to, like, do. I feel like a lot, like...
It's so much.
It's a lot, and when I was in Fashion Week in February, I was talking to the brand owner of Kosas, and she's like, people don't know it takes, like, years for products to be developed. Like, years. Like, it takes, like, a couple years for, like, a product to come out. Yeah. So it's, like, a lot behind the scenes and stuff like that. And she'll be like, I'm wearing a product that isn't released yet or something like that. That's, like, cool, but it's a lot, you know? Yeah. And, like, it's hard. Like, I would want to make it, I would want to be so, like, perfect, like, make everything perfect. And a lot of brands, like, can't even match their shade ranges or stuff like that. Like, that's so sad.
I know.
Why? Like, you have such a good budget. Like, that's what I would want to do. Like, something more, like, for everyone. So.
It's, like, very inclusive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The brands that are more inclusive have more success. I mean, obviously, because you're reaching out to everyone.
But it's, like, the brands, like big brands, like YSL or something like that, that don't have, like, good... And I'm like, why? Like, you have the most money. Like, why? Or, like... And it's, like, brands that are, like, just starting, like, are coming out with, like, killer, like, stuff. And I'm like... That's how it should be.
I know, right? Yeah. It's crazy. I think it's because it's the little people that are behind those. Yeah. And they know because they're just like us.
And they can get away with it, too. Yeah. Because they're such a big brand.
Right.
And it's like, whatever.
I know. And it can be so disappointing. Because, like, sometimes, you know, I see, like black beauty creators sometimes. They're like, okay, I got sent this package, but it just doesn't work.
Gloria, do you follow? Yes, I love her.
She's the first one that comes to mind.
Yes, me too. She's, like, good. Like, I love her. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, she, like, does not
care.
She's
honest, and, like, that's how you know you can trust her reviews.
I know.
But
she's so real. But it's good.
Really.
Like, it's good. Because, like, who else is going to speak up on that, you know?
Exactly.
Like, she's good. Like,
exactly.
She'll say, Or she'll, like, come to the front.
I know. She's
back to the lab.
Yeah, no, that is, like, her
back
whole
to the lab.
catchphrase.
Yeah.
It's, like, I think, she has this with so many brands, so I'm not even going to say one specifically, but, like, she'll have this thing where she'll try something, like a blush or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right at all. Yeah. And, you know, it's
white.
Like, and it makes me scared because I'm not near her complexion nearly that much. Yeah. But even with me, sometimes I try out things and I'm like, I'm kind of scared. Yeah. Or I'll see a creator and I'm like, that looks so gorgeous, but I need to go to the store and try it in person. Yeah. Because I don't know.
You don't know.
So I really appreciate when the brands are like, let me make a conscious effort to do that because I want to spend money on you I want to like I really you know, and it's hard.
Or launch it but do it in a way where like yes it'll work on fair skin tones, but then also on deeper skin too.
Yeah.
Like, don't just do like
this is the only version of it.
Exactly. Just don't do like one shade that will like work, but then like a bunch that would work on like other, you know?
Yeah.
Be more.
Like, I know.
Be more like coherent, I guess.
Right.
Like, yeah.
I don't know like a better word for it than what you said, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the truth. And like for someone like you do your makeup every day, obviously, because it's your job and then you just like to do it.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like I don't do my makeup every single day.
Yeah.
But if I have like a job going on, or if I'm like, you know, like going out consistently maybe, then that's when I'm going to be doing it all the time.
Right.
So you want to branch out because you're doing like your makeup with the same products every day.
Right.
But it's scary trying to branch out to new stuff.
Yeah.
So like with you, did you start off like having your favorites and then you just kind of branched out because people are sending you stuff?
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Like I had like all the basic stuff, like I don't know, like I said, I wasn't into makeup really. So a lot of it was just like stuff that I had or stuff like that, like a lot of Maybelline, Elf, and stuff like that. And then I just luckily I get sent like so many products, and I still buy a lot of stuff. Like I just bought the Patrick Ta foundation. I really wanted to try that out. Luckily, like I get sent so much stuff, so it's like I don't really need to like buy stuff. Like now, some things like Charlotte Tilbury like doesn't send me PR. I wish they did. I'm like, please send me. Yeah, or like some brands, like I think I just got on Makeup by Mario PR list, but I would buy like all of Makeup by Mario because I just love his products and they're so good. But I'm just like stuff like that. Like I'm like, but yeah, luckily like a lot of brands send me a lot of stuff, so I don't have to like buy a lot.
It's no risk there.
But and like even like my parents are like, why are you going to Sephora? Like what, you have all this stuff? I'm like, I know, but it's fun. Like I love it. Like
the joy of going to the store and picking out what you want.
Or like like I mean I do go to Sephora for a lot for someone that like gets a lot of stuff, but I'm like, it's also like my job too, so it's like I want to experiment with stuff that I don't just get sent, like other stuff, you know, like that I want to try and that I've been seeing like people love and stuff. So
and I feel like that's part of like you sticking true to yourself too. I'm not just gonna use what they're sending me
just
and post that. I still want to find what I like.
Are so good. Like a lot of the products that came out, like I don't know, like I just think so many products are so good, and it's like hard to stray away from them because it's like I love them, and like I know my face will turn out good every time I use them, but it's like at the same time I post every day. I need to switch it up a little bit. I need to do drugstore makeup. I need to do high-end makeup. I need to do products that I don't wear, you know? So it's like, how do you like have that balance? Like obviously, like if I need to go somewhere and I need to look good, I'm doing my like my routine that it's, you know, that I know I'll look good in. But then on other days, like I just fool around, and worst comes to worst, I just take it off and then do it again. Like do another video. So,
it's fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, how does your day look? You wake up like really early. You have like a number of videos you set to do in a day.
So I wish I woke up early.
I love my sleep
so hard because I was in a routine with the gym and I just like can't wake up anymore. Like, I'm like,
it's hard.
It's so hard. I'm
being
like,
a sleepy girl, it's hard.
Oh yeah, it's so bad. So I'll probably wake up, I don't know, like 9:30. Go make my coffee, or like go get a coffee or something like that. Come back. I usually film. I like to film like by like 10:30, like 11:30. Post my first one by like 12. And then when that's posting, I'll film. Like I'll usually do like a two parts. So I'll do like my first half of my makeup, and then I'll do like my second half. And then my third video, or like my second half, my second video I'll probably post by like, I don't know, like 2:33, and then my third video would be like a lip combo or like a makeup touch up or something like that, and I like to get that up by like 4, like sometimes like 6. I don't know, I don't like, it's hard because you want to have like a set time, but I just kind of post like whenever. I usually say like I stick to like 12 o'clock, and then I go all from there. I just kind of post like whenever. But
I see.
But I try, like my goal is like 3 times a day. Like that's like my goal. At least. I know. It's like, it's hard. It is. It's hard. Usually I would post one video. I would post like once once a week. Like, I was so bad. Like, I was bad. Literally not until, like, a couple months ago. I'm like, I need to, like, post.
Really lock in.
Lock in, like, 3 times a day, every day. No days off. Like, serious. But then sometimes I'm like, because I love makeup, but then sometimes, like, I don't want to wear it. Like, I don't want to do it. So then, like, on days like that, I did one, like, with Vaseline. Like, I just put that on my lips, and then I use it as, like, my lash.
Yeah.
You know? So I'll use that, like, kind of like my no makeup days, or, like, a light makeup day or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, like, my skincare routine or something.
Because that's the struggle. That's how I feel even when I wake up in the mornings.
Yeah.
I just don't really want to put something on.
I know. Or it's just, like, or it's, like, and it sucks when the weather's, like, shitty out, because that makes me so unmotivated, and I'm like, I'm not doing this today. And, like, I film in natural lighting, so it's, like,
real.
when it's, like, nasty out, it's, like, hard to get, like, a good lighting. So it's, like, I don't want to post today. That's why, like, I try to pre-film. Like, I need to get better at pre-filming, so I have good content that I can post, like, if
on
I'm
the
out.
off days.
Exactly. Or if I don't have time to post or something like that.
Yeah.
But, like, tomorrow, I know I'll be gone all day. So I'm, like, already thinking, like, when I get home, maybe I should,
I gotta do this.
Yeah, I gotta do that. Or, like, maybe I'll just post later tomorrow or something like that. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
No, and that's exactly how I am, too.
It's hard.
Right.
It's hard.
You know, you're, like, businesswoman, but also just, like, your average sleepy girl.
Exactly.
I just want to just sit around.
Exactly. I want to sit around, lay down, watch a movie all day, not do anything. Yeah. Because then I'm like, I have this full face of makeup on. It feels nasty. I'm like, I can't lay down. I need to take it off.
That's the part we don't talk about enough.
I know. I'm like, no. Like, I just want to sit here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like doing my makeup. I don't feel like putting on a full face. But I'm like, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
And you're like, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. I'm like, mascara is, like, the worst, because I'm like, I could do a full face, but then, and take it off and be fine, but mascara, I'm like,
it's hard.
It sucks. I hate it.
You have to sit there and scrub.
I'm like, I don't want to do that. And then I'm like, get the face wash in my eyes, and it's burning, and I'm like, no.
Tell me about it.
It's, like, the worst.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, usually I'll get, like, lash clusters, and I'll just put them on my eye and leave them for, like, 2 weeks. And I'm like, I'm not even touching my eyes.
Girl, no, I do the same thing.
I
it's
hate
just
mascara.
so much easier.
I know. It sucks. I'm like, ugh.
No, it really is.
Rub, and then my eyes all irritated. Yeah. And then I'm like, I don't feel clean.
So real.
Like,
It's so real, because, you know, like, with me, I wear contacts. So.
Do you?
Yeah, so that happens to me. I'm like,
oh, yeah, that has to be annoying, then.
And no, and even if it's not, like, me just trying to take it off, sometimes it's, like, if it flakes a little bit, it gets on there, and then I can feel it. Yeah. So then I either have to take my contact out and clean it.
So that's annoying. I would be pissed if I didn't do that every day. I'd be like, fuck it, I'm not wearing contacts today. Like, I just won't be able to see.
Yeah.
Your makeup would be, like, all over the place.
I know. Yeah. I'm like, look, when I'm going to work, or if I just want to, like, look a little bit elevated.
Brow gel, lip gloss, out the door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
curl the lashes, we're done.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Oh, and my grandmother, so she used to work for, like, Saks Fifth and Sephora. Okay. So she is just always giving me so much crap. She's always, like, giving me these, like, eyelash, it's not even clusters, it's like the strips. Okay. She's always giving me strips, or like all these like samples of things to try and like go buy, because she knows that I do have to shop for makeup a lot, because I have to wear it a lot for what I do. And so it kind of gets overwhelming. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like PR packages taking up my dining room, but I'm sometimes
that makes you sound so bad.
no, it's like, it's great though. It would stress me out a little bit, because when she gives me these like bags, it'll be like 2 big bags every time I see her.
Sweet, though.
I know, and I love it, and I'm not even complaining about it. I'm not. But
so can you give me a little box?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not complaining about it. Yeah. But I don't even have time to go through it. So I'm just like, with you, how long does it take you to go through all your packages?
Oh my gosh. There's still packages that I have that are just not even opened. Like, there's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot. Like, it's a lot. So grateful, though. It's a lot. Like, my parents are like, you need to do something. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. Where do I put it? Like, literally, where do I put it? Like, where do I put it? I know. Like, people, like, my friends will come over, and I, like, made, like, it's like, like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I give it? And then I'm like, I could use it for a giveaway or something like that. I don't know. But there's so much stuff it's so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it gets overwhelming.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's overwhelming. Some boxes are so cool, though, and I'm like, I can't throw them out.
I know.
So that's what a lot of it is. It's just, like, really nice boxes from, like, Rare Beauty or, like, Kosas or just stuff that is, like, I can't throw out.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, I'm holding on to that because I'm like, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of it's just, like, boxes, like, I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's...
Oh,
I just, like, redid my room, too, because I need... Like, I used to film in my dining room, but now I film in my room. So I'm like, I need an IKEA pack system to put all my makeup. Like, I need something. Because, like, it's all in my dining room right now in these little, like, drawers.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need something. Like,
I know.
Like, this is my job. Like, I need something. Like,
yeah.
So, pack system is on a must. Like, needs to happen.
And no, like, you're so real for that. Because you just run out of room in general.
Oh, my God. There's no room.
Never is enough.
There's no room.
Never enough.
And my room is, like, it's just tiny. And there's just no room for all that makeup. Like, all that hair stuff. All the skincare. It's a lot. Yeah.
I know. That's why, like, I'm grateful I have my own place because I have this closet.
Yeah, that's so nice.
My closet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then, so my old makeup, you guys can't see, but we're
looking
like,
at the vanity.
Yeah, we're looking at the vanity here. So I used to have a different vanity.
Yeah.
And it broke. So I'm using this old desk that I used to use for when we just had like one computer. And so I'm like, this is not cutting it. Like I have so much stuff on the top there.
Yeah.
And I'm always just like shifting things around.
I know. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm like, I need some more storage. I need like a bigger something.
I know.
It needs to happen.
Something needs to give. Yeah. Like it's not cutting it. Like, my vanity is like collapsing because there's so much stuff in there. I'm like, I need a new vanity. I need something. Yeah. Like every day I'm like pulling it out like
I know.
Today's gonna be the day. Yeah. Like it's today the day. All my makeup falls on the ground and breaks everywhere. And then I'm like, I have palettes in here. Like some of my palettes will like crack like my stuff, and I'm like, that's like the worst.
I know.
Like, I can't no.
I know.
You know, and then it's like makeup everywhere, and I'm like, okay,
sorry.
Like, yeah, we're done. We're wrapping it up for today.
You get it.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah, it's annoying.
No, it really is annoying. Yeah. But I'm like, I don't know.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Just a girl.
And so, like, speaking of that, because, like, you live at home with your family still, like, what do they think of everything besides telling you need to get rid of the boxes or whatever?
They think it's so cool. Like, I don't know. I think they like it. Like, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, they wouldn't think I could make, like, good money from doing that. But it's, like, cool. They're very supportive. Mm-hmm. So, it's really nice.
Love that.
Yeah. My dad's like, can you do my skincare? Or, like, can you put on something, like, for my under eyes? I'm like, let's do it out. Yeah, let me see what I can find.
And so, like, you know, like, we both have boyfriends and everything.
Yeah.
I know mine. He is, like, not social media anything really. He's not into it. Yeah. He doesn't really even like to be in the city like how I do.
Oh yeah. Will not. Yeah. He hates the city.
Yeah.
Like
So, you know, sometimes I'm like...
I did force him to go to an event with me. Really? A Nylon magazine event.
No, we love that.
I felt so bad. He was like, But we drove to the city together. It was good. And then we got a free dinner at Fogo de Chao. They, like, gave us a free dinner. And, yeah, it was really fun. Thanks, Ethan, for taking me.
No, we love the supportive boyfriends.
Yeah, it was so nice,
You know?
Yeah.
So that's why it sucks when you don't really have that many connections with people in your industry.
Yeah.
I mean, like, sure, you got to do stuff alone sometimes, but sometimes something
it's hard to do stuff alone. Yeah, like, I've been to a couple events by myself, but most of the time I'm like, can I bring a +1? Because I'll either have, like, my sister go with me or, I'm always like, can I bring a +1? Because I hate going anywhere alone, especially, like, in the city, and, like, it's just far, and you feel obviously more comfortable with someone, like, you know, there, because I don't know who's going. Like, they don't give you a list of people that are going, so it's like, I don't know. And also, like, I live in Delaware. There's no creators that live in Delaware. Like, really, there's not many. So it's like, you know, I don't really know anyone that, like, to do stuff with. But yeah, my sister's like always like with me. Like I'll be like, can you come with me? And
I love that.
yeah, there's so my dad always takes me to this. Like he'll drive me. He'll like get off work. He'll be like, I'll take you. He'll sit in the car and wait for me. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, it's so nice. Thanks, Dad. Yeah. So it's like, it's like a lot to go in the city. So I only really go to New York if it's like an event that, or like a brand that I love, or like I think it would be like an amazing like networking opportunity to do. Like I could have. I'm so mad because I really wanted to go to Fashion Week but but it was just like not good timing, and like it was. I didn't want to ask my dad to get off work, so I was just like, I'll just skip out and go in February. But yeah, there was just like so many nice events like that.
And I know it's like you have a little bit of FOMO when you skip out on stuff, because it's like, oh my god, everyone was there. Like,
I know.
This person,
I know.
Like, someone that I like absolutely fangirl over, and I would love to meet her. Monet. I will like absolutely die.
Oh my god,
if I
she's
meet
perfect.
Monet.
She's so pretty.
No, she really is.
And she seems so nice.
Yeah.
Do you like her boyfriend, James?
So I personally don't have any opinion.
Yeah,
I've seen the discourse.
Yeah.
I think like people are always gonna say what they say and whatever. Yeah. I had no clue about any of the stuff that people are saying that they don't like him for. Yeah. I've only learned it through people talking about him.
Yeah, like on TikTok and stuff.
Yeah.
I watched him on Love Island.
See, I only got into Love Island this year. So I didn't know he was on there.
You gotta watch the 2020 season.
Okay.
Like it's so good.
USA or?
Yeah, USA.
Okay.
Now, did you like Love Island this season?
No, yes, I did. Good, right? Like everybody else.
Oh my god. Obsessed.
And don't get me wrong, I knew of Love Island and I knew it was like a thing.
But you were just like more into it this year.
Yeah.
Which is, I get it.
Because, everyone's talking about it, and you know what started for me? I'm seeing the Leah and Rob edits.
Oh yeah, same.
That is where I picked up.
Me too.
So anyhow, we're getting to the end here of things, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I had a few little like quick questions.
Okay,
like,
cool.
Rapid fire for you. Okay, so you're gonna answer with the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
First question. What is your favorite makeup product that you can't live without?
My Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer.
Love that.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah?
It's probably my favorite product.
Okay, so you use that every day?
I pretty much use that all the time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite celebrity makeup look?
I think Sabrina Carpenter's, her makeup's like looks so good. It's like that baby doll, like angel look. Sabrina Carpenter is like the only like
one that kind of comes.
It's so like iconic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your go-to self-care routine?
Oh, that's a good question. Nice shower, like oil, like my skincare lotion, like makes me feel like nice and put together.
Yeah.
Perfume, like I have to have perfume like all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like something like that.
It's like every day.
Every day.
Nothing extra.
Yeah, nothing.
One beauty brand that you dream of collaborating with?
Makeup by Mario.
Yeah.
I would love to get my makeup done by Makeup by Mario.
You hear that,
Mario? Charlotte Tilbury would be cool to work with, just because it's so hard to work with them, I think. Like, they don't really do a lot of paid deals.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then last one up. Best beauty advice you've ever received?
Oh, that's hard. I would say to just keep going, like even when your content feels like it's not going anywhere. Because like I've had times where my content's getting like 4,000 views, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, and you try and you put so much effort and like you put so much work into doing like good makeup and doing all the editing and everything. But like, it's just, you have to get through that like little home.
So, I mean, I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand. It's like the very last thing I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Is there anything that like you want your followers to kind of take away, whether it's like about you or, you know, any advice or anything?
Oh, that's a good question too. You're also such a good question. I don't know. I think that like I appreciate them for just watching and following. I feel like a lot of my followers like most of my content are girls like my age. Like I think my range is like 20 to like 20 to 30-year-olds. Like that's like my female range.
Yeah.
So a lot of those are like silent viewers because like a lot of girls like don't like comment. Like I'm not gonna go scrolling on TikTok and comment like I love
every
you
single video
on people's videos. Exactly. So I don't know. I think I appreciate you guys for watching and just like I don't know. I get a lot of DMs a lot. Like a lot of older women too will DM me. Like this one girl is always in my DMs like asking like what products I recommend and what shade I am in this and do I like this and like that's like really cool and stuff like that. Like that doesn't, you know, go unnoticed. And like I had some girl reach out to me yesterday. I'm gonna pull it up. She said, which was like so funny because I know it's like a younger kid. She said, hold on. She said, "Oh my God, hi. I can't believe you replied on TikTok. You are so naturally pretty." I said, "Oh my God, hi. Thank you so much." And she goes, "I'm going to cry. Oh my God."
Aww.
So it's like, that's like weird, you know? Like it's nice. It's just like funny because it's like, it's, you know.
Yeah. No, I love when people actually reach out to you and they like tell you that they admire you. Yeah. It's just kind of a reminder like I'm doing what I think I am.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, maybe I'm doing something right. Or like when someone comes up to you in public, like that's cool. Like that doesn't happen all the time, but like when I'm at the mall and someone's like, "Oh my God, I follow you on TikTok." The other day, me and Ethan were out to dinner, and our waitress was like, "This is so weird, but like me and my roommate follow you on TikTok."
Oh my gosh.
And like I was like, "Oh my God, hi," and like yeah, it's just like regular like teenage girls that follow me and stuff like that. Like so. That's what I like about like my audience is like it's girls like me, like us, like just normal girls. Yeah. You know, they don't really comment because, you know, but that's fine. You know. Yeah. That's fine. But yeah.
That's like the takeaway.
That's my take. I mean,
she loves you guys.
I love you guys. Thanks for following and just being like nice and supportive and. Yeah, that's all I can really ask for.
Of course, just like anyone that's a decent person.
Yeah, just be a decent human being.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Just be nice and, yeah, and it doesn't go unnoticed either. Like it's really nice. Yeah. Like it never gets old. So.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed listening to today's episode. So real quick, also. Yeah. Tell everyone like where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Okay. So my TikTok and my Instagram are the same, and my YouTube makes it really easy. It's just Gabby with 2 Y's and then Lano, Lano. Yeah. And then I'm sure she'll tag me and stuff. So
yeah, exactly. It'll all be there. Yeah. But if you're just listening, you know, or whatever, then
come join the fam. Watch some beauty content. Natural makeup.
Yes. Yeah. All right, guys. So we will see you next time.
Bye. Bye.